off on the ride today, just a little test ride of the BMW, done some repairs. Wasn't quite 100% with it, so yeah, taking it for another test ride. My indicator fell off, the one over there, so I've taped that on for now. Might fully fix it later. For now I'll leave it. Yeah, I remembered my microphone today, so I'll be subtitling this one, hopefully. I just spotted a Loch Ness Monster, that's alright. Not a bad start to the ride. Oh, yeah, so, BMW, before I get any comments saying about BMW, what a trash bike, maybe you should get a new one. This BMW is almost 10 years old. It's almost 10. It'll be 10 this year at some point. I'll have to check when. Exactly, roughly, when it'll be 10. 56,342 miles on the clock. Ridden off-road his entire life, pretty much. By me. Thrashed and crashed more times than I care to remember. So yeah, it's been through what, 26 countries? Is it? I can't remember exactly. I think it's over 25. It's definitely over 20 countries it's been to. Is it over 25? I'm not sure. Anyway, I can't remember. But yeah, I've done a lot on this bike. So, what went wrong with the shock? Well, if you saw one of the previous videos where I repaired it, it looked like a bolt had come out. Now, I don't know if the bolt had come loose or the bolt had snapped. I reckon it got damaged when I got the bike completely stuck the other week. And it did confuse me. If you watch that video, I'll go into more details about the repair. Oh, a little bit chilly today. Let's put the old heated grips on with my amazing repair. But yeah, the shock that's in this bike is a better shock than the SERTAO shock, but it is an OEM part. It's from an older BMW 650 Dakar, it is. And they had better suspension than the SERTAO. The SERTAO was a little bit too soft. So this rear shock is from a machine. It's a 20-year-old shock. So I reckon the bolt, I don't know, this shock has been in here for about 6 years, and for only the bolt to fail, I'm pretty lucky. I thought if the suspension had gone 100%, I'd be selling a Honda Cub. 100%. One of the Cubs would have had to gone to pay for a new rear shock, because I mean £600 for a new rear shock roughly. I had a few quotes around, but luckily I took apart the bike before I ordered a new shock just to check, and that's when I saw the bolt was missing. So yeah, I'll just have a little ride today and check to make sure the bike's all fine. There's a slight oil leak on this bike, and I haven't located it yet. I think that's too hot now. I think it's coming from I've got a feeling it's coming from the sump bolt, where the sump bolt goes in. So I don't know if there's a bit of dirt in there. So I had it all apart and replaced all the crush washers, and even replaced the gasket for the oil cover, oil filter cover, because I did that. So it didn't leak before I serviced it. That's the key. It was fine, tight as a drum before I serviced it. So it's only till after I serviced it. So I might get a new sump bolt plug. But I took it out the other day for about a 40-mile ride, and it didn't leak at all. It only leaked after I had run it in for a bit, and it did. So it might do the same today. So it didn't. I took it out for a 40-mile ride the other day, and I thought, well, still not 100% with the bike, so I'm just going to take it for another spin today and see if the oil starts to leak again. If it is, then I'm pretty sure that it's a sump bolt washer, because it didn't leak before I serviced it. It only leaked after I serviced it. So yeah, I'll have to see about that, and hopefully it's just that. Bike updates for the other bikes. Well, let's think. So the other bikes that I've got going. Oh, for goodness sake! What am I stuck behind a tractor? I guess no, it's a tipper lorry or something. Anyway, Oh, it's turning. Hooray! Anyway, update for the other bikes. So the other bikes, what's going on with them? Okay, the Honda CT, it is pretty much finished. I'm waiting for a couple of parts still. I haven't bought a chain yet, so I need to get a chain. That's literally it, and then I can assemble it and start running up and down the garden. But I'm waiting for a new exhaust. So I did patch the old exhaust, but I'd rather get one that's more solid. So I've been waiting for this one for a while now. I bought it off someone, and I do trust them. I will trust, but whether or not it's been a long time coming now. So I'm going to give it a little bit longer. But then if it doesn't come, then I'm just going to ask for a refund. I can get my refund. It's fine. So yeah, that's A-OK with me. Get out of the way, bird, you're going to get hit. So that's the Honda CT. Oh, and of course the reason why it's not on the road yet is because it's a 1981. Right, I did explain this in a previous video, but I don't think any of you saw it. But because the bike is a 1981, I can't register it as a historical vehicle yet. Until April the 1st, because the original rule is any bike registered on or before, the exact wording is like on or before the 7th of January 1972 or 3 or whenever it was, does not require tax, or is classed as a historic vehicle and does not require tax or MOT. When they upgraded that rule to a 40-year rolling, they didn't change that wording. So even though my bike is a 1981 and it is September 1981, so it is 40 years old, the DVLA will not see it as a 40-year-old bike until it gets a bit older. So yes, that is incredibly frustrating. That I need to wait. But basically I need to wait till the new financial year, which is April 1st. So January, February, we're in February now, well, we're almost in February now, so March and then April, so it's really not that far away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply for it all again in March, set it so the date will be April the 1st, and hopefully I will get me it registered for the road. And that's it. I'm not gonna. If I was to go through the doing it now, I'd have to pay for an MOT, which is 30 quid, and I have to pay for road tax for 1 year. So that's 50 extra quid. And I might as well just wait at this point. I might as well just wait. The bike's not 100% finished yet, so I might as well just wait. I mean, it all works. I might as well just wait, and then I can just take it for the little test rides around it here and there, just to make sure it's fine. So that's the Honda CT. Oh, and the third bike this year, well, the other bike you'll see this year, will be the VFR again. The VFR is, I'm waiting because I was holding off. I'm gonna have to wait. We're in January, so you know money's always a little bit bad. Everyone struggles for money in January, don't they? So I'm gonna wait a while. I mean, the patrons, you know, paid for the little bits here and there. What have the patrons paid for? Oh yeah, thank you, patrons. You bought the battery that sits in this GoPro right now, and you're going to buy the chain. The money's sitting there. I'm going to buy a chain for the CT with your money. But no, I will need to get some bits for the VFR. I do want to do a big trip with it. I do want to do a trip with it this year. I won't say exactly what yet, in case it doesn't happen. But I do want to take the VFR on a big trip again. With this fantastic bike. I need a chain and sprocket kit and some gaskets gone, or I think the clutch, the hydraulic clutch is leaking again, so I'm gonna I think I need to replace the, well, I'll inspect it first. I think it's the hose and everything needs to be replaced on the clutch, but other than that I think it's fine, so that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do with the VFR, and hopefully the VFR will be on the road for summer. I don't want to get on the road at the moment in the winter. I've got the BMW. I took my PC50 out the other day, you saw that. So I'm going to probably use that a bit more in the summer. Or very, very dry days, I will take that out. That PC50 is terrifying to use, so I'm not going to use it a lot. It is in very, very good condition. I'd rather keep it that way, sort of thing. But I do want to use it still. And hopefully the CT will be on the road for spring and summer, and then the BMW might come off the road for some TLC. There's not too much that I want to do to the BMW, to be honest. It's all pretty much fine, I guess. I'm contemplating sending it to BMW now, because it is approaching its 10 years. I'm thinking of sending it to BMW, let them do a massive service on it and just check everything, because the valves and everything were last checked by them, and they're shims, and I don't really do shims, so the valves and stuff were checked by them around 25,000 miles ago, so it's not been some time since they were last checked. But yeah, 10-year-old bike, 10,000 miles a year. It's not been 10,000 miles a year. It's been a bit, up and down. I think one year I did about 16k on this bike. That was a pretty good year. A lot of riding on this bike, anyway. But yeah, this bike now probably only sits around maybe 2,000 or 3,000 a year, if that. Right, well, I'm actually going up to Rikers actually, so yeah. Anyway, I think I'll end this video here. There's no more updates I want to really share, I guess, at the moment. Of course, thank you very much to all the Patreon users and stuff. Right, well, thank you very much for watching the video. I think this has been a good outing. I hope everything has been fine with the BMW and will be fine when I get back as well. I might post it at the very end if there is any problems.